I've spent 70k on LinkedIn ads in the last 12 months, and the truth is, the playbook that most people are still running, like creating some ads, targeting your ICP, and measuring clicks, is no longer enough. The way to crush it with LinkedIn ads today has changed, but most companies haven't adapted. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 big shifts I'm seeing right now, and exactly what you should incorporate into your strategy to make LinkedIn ads actually work for you today. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first big shift is that you can't just run ads anymore. You need organic content first, and this is because organic content is basically your free testing ground. You post something, you see if it resonates, and then you only put money behind the stuff that's already working. And this is important because if a post didn't engage your audience organically, it will not be a winner as a thought leader ad. It's as simple as that. So for my audience, as a general rule of thumb, I found that if a post gets 100 or more likes organically, it will probably perform well as a thought leader ad. If it doesn't hit that threshold, I don't bother running it. And when you do this, when you only promote content that's already proven, the results are way better. My average engagement rate for image ads, which are the regular company ads you see, is around 1%. Whereas my average engagement rate for thought leader ads is around 13%, and that's a significant increase, right? So here's what the playbook looks like. In your code layer, you're using thought leader ads to amplify your 3 best performing organic posts each month. These should focus on your narrative, what problems you solve, and how you're different. No pitching, no product pushing, just value. And then in your targeting layer, you keep using thought leader ads, but now you tie the value back to your product. Show deeper video walkthroughs, show workflows, show customer stories. And this only works if you have great organic content that's already engaging your ICP. You can't separate your organic presence from your paid strategy anymore. That's the shift. Now, there's one hack I can give you here, which is that your best ads sit right between personal and branded. So what you do is you take the trust and authenticity of a thought leader post and you add visual cues from your brand, so your colors, your fonts, your mascot, or whatever. That's the sweet spot. You get something that's engaging like organic content, but it is memorable like a brand ad. Let's talk about shift number 2. It's using ad engagement as intent data. There's so much talk about intent data right now. Companies are spending 50k or more on third-party intent data tools that tells you something like someone at company X researched account-based marketing software. But meanwhile, some of the most important intent signals are right under your nose. I'm talking about website activity and ad engagement, which is data you most likely already have. Let me give you a real example. I got a message from one of our users at Fibbler a while back, and they said, I've been routing data into HubSpot and have a workflow to let our SDRs know about companies that have engaged or clicked ads 5 or more times in the last 7 days. One SDR booked 3 demos from this at a pipeline value of $10,000 this week. So let me go over the workflow I use here. Step 1 is that you run LinkedIn ads to your ICP, pretty standard, right? Step 2, you track which companies are engaging with your ads. Not just clicking once, but engaging multiple times and then sending it to your CRM. Step 3, you create a list in your CRM of companies with 100 or more impressions and 5 or more engagements in the last 30 days. And step 4, you send that list to your sales team continuously. Either you do it through automated workflows or honestly, even just a simple Slack alert works. Step 5, they reach out on LinkedIn to key contacts at those companies. The important part is that those prospects aren't cold anymore. They've seen your content and they know your narrative. They're kind of warm leads at this point. And this is why this matters so much for 2026. The companies that win won't just run ads for awareness, they'll use ad engagement as a signal layer that powers their entire go-to-market. Marketing warms them up, sales reach out at the right time. That's the new playbook. By the way, if you're finding this valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm posting LinkedIn ads content like this regularly on my channel here. Alright, shift number 3. Stop trusting last touch attribution. Your attribution reports are probably lying to you. Early in my career, I obsessed over every single metric. Using last touch, I thought if I could show that more pipeline came from my channels, I win, but I didn't. The problem with traditional attribution is that your CRM has to pick one channel and say, this is what got us the deal. First touch picks whatever happened first, last touch picks whatever happened right before they converted, and both of them trick you into thinking Google Ads and SEO did all the work. Meanwhile, your podcast, your LinkedIn ads, and your founder brand show up as nothing. So what happens is that you overinvest in capture tactics and you underfund building a brand. And then 6 months later, you're left wondering why your pipeline dried up. what a real buyer journey looks like today is completely different. For example, they start with seeing your ad a bunch of times, they talk to a peer about you, they Google you, they visit your website, they see more ads, they hear you mentioned on a podcast, they read a case study, they see your stuff on LinkedIn, they Google you again, and then eventually they book a demo. It sounds messy, right? Because it is messy. And what does the CRM say? It says that the original source is organic search, or direct, or whatever the model decides to give credit to. But that deal didn't start with Google, it started months earlier with your marketing efforts. So the new way to think about attribution isn't about assigning credit, it's about spotting patterns. And there are a few ways you can do this. First, combine self-reported attribution, so that's how your how did you hear about us forms with your CRM data. And then second, track how your brand is growing over time. Direct traffic, branded search, compare it to where you were 6 months ago. And then third, look at your LinkedIn ads impression and engagement data. Are the right accounts seeing your ads for months before they convert? And none of these give the full picture on their own, but together they show you a pattern. So to summarize, attribution should help you explain momentum, not win a credit war. This is why I don't track metrics to take credit anymore. I track them to make sure we're heading in the right direction. Want to actually implement this stuff to see which companies are engaging with your ads, connect that data to your CRM, and send signals to your sales team? That's exactly what we built Fibbler to do, which you can try for free by clicking the first link in the description. You get a 30-day free trial with no credit card required, and you can use it to do everything I just walked you through. So again, click the link below to try it for free, and if you want 10 years of my LinkedIn knowledge summed up in 10 minutes, then watch the video next.